Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here. Today is day 4 of the month of Matcha. And for this video, I have a cooking for a change / Monday Night Delight combo video. So I guess you can tell from the ingredients that are being shown that today we are going to make some matcha Rice Krispie treats. Now, I pretty much have all the ingredients displayed in front of you. Well, right here. You're going to need 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats, which I've already measured out and set aside. You're going to need culinary grade matcha, or just whatever matcha. You're going to need 10 ounces of marshmallows. It could be mini marshmallows, regular marshmallows, although some people have said that mini marshmallows works better because easier to melt, melts evenly, no fuss, no muss. Then you're going to need some cooking spray. Since this is a dessert, I would stick with like one that doesn't have any flavor. I particularly just grab this coconut. I also have Baker's Joy. I would recommend that, or your basic canola or vegetable oil spray. You also need 3 tablespoons of butter, and then a baking dish and some parchment paper. They say 13 by 9, but you know, that is what it is. If it's not that particular size, you just work with what you got. You're gonna mold the Rice Krispie treats into the pan, so just a pan, could be even a round cake pan, just as long as you're okay with the shape. So the recipe that I'm getting this from is the Spruce Eats by Judy Ung, and she even says this herself. All she does is add matcha to the original recipe that's on Kellogg's website. So let's go step by step. Alright, y'all, so I have the saucepan heated up. So as soon as the butter touches the saucepan, it should get right to melting. A lot of these, come on, there we go. A lot of these matcha cooking recipes that I'm interested in trying, it's a solid recipe. You're just adding like a tablespoon of matcha to it. I can turn the heat down. You're just adding a tablespoon of matcha to the concoction, and you infuse the flavor of matcha in the dessert or whatever meal. Alright. Oh, kind of looking like brown butter. Alright. So while that's still melting, I forgot to ready the tablespoon. Oh gosh. Awesome. Got my tablespoon measure right here. So all I'm going to do, folks, is get the tablespoon of matcha ready. Just level it out and have it on standby. Oh, don't need to be wasting matcha, y'all. So level tablespoon of matcha ready to go. And folks, if you're thinking about making this treat for, you know, kids or whatever, just be, you know, on the cautious side. since matcha is caffeinated, definitely don't want to give the kids a caffeinated treat. I don't know if they'll even like it. You know, due to the fact that matcha has that distinct grassy vegetal mouthfeel. But hey, maybe your teenagers or whatnot will appreciate the matcha rice Krispie treat. Heck, me. Even grown-ups can. Alright. So butter's just about fully melted. Gonna take it off heat momentarily and get the marshmallows ready. Alright. So, got the marshmallows open, but forgot to tell y'all, since we're dealing with something very sticky and quick to conglomerate all over the place, I'm just sprayed the spatula with some cooking spray, so that kind of facilitates me being able to stir through and make sure the marshmallows are melted completely. Alright, so in go the marshmallows. I might do this in batches because the saucepan ain't big enough. That's okay. Turn up the heat a little bit. And folks, I hope you can see this can and the parchment paper gotta go to the side. Okay. So yeah, folks, a lot of the recipes I want to try with matcha, it's basically, you know, you're integrating a flavor component. Okay, so it's not really too far of a stretch of the imagination. I'm not making recipes myself, but seeing what I can and can't do. So it's good. Marshmallows are starting to melt. So I'm going to add a little bit more and just fold it in and get them all melted. And you know, folks, I saw on some other YouTubers recipe videos in which they use like pinch of salt to bring out more of the sweetness and vanilla extract. I kind of wanted to do that, but I figured just to follow this one recipe first and then taste this, see how it goes from there. And like if I don't particularly fancy this, excuse me, if I don't fancy this, then okay, let's try adding the salt. Okay, let's try adding the vanilla extract. I may even do it with the flavored matcha, like the vanilla matcha with the vanilla extract to really bring out some vanilla intensity. Okay, so let me just add the last little bit of marshmallows. Come on, there's always that one. Okay, and then another tip, folks, is that you want to use fresh marshmallows. Hey, if you can make them yourself, my hat's off to you. But just buy some really fresh marshmallows from the store. You can also use the marshmallow cream. You would be skipping this step because we're basically making marshmallow cream. Might need to respray the spatula, y'all. Might need to respray the spatula. It's melting down pretty nice though. So there's that. The butter kind of browned. Unfortunately, that was a faux pas on my part because I did have it on medium low heat. And it was just supposed to be low. I was getting impatient. But it's melting very nicely, so I would also recommend to use mini marshmallows versus regular sized marshmallows. But hey, if you have some regular sized marshmallows, use that. Use what you have on hand. Okay. So marshmallows are almost melted. And I'm thinking, folks, that those gourmet type Rice Krispie treats that have the bits of marshmallow in it, if you, because I've seen like there's still some whole marshmallows that haven't all the way melted. You know, if I were to just transfer this from the saucepan to the Rice Krispies, I'm pretty sure I would get that true, I guess, homemade look and taste of the Rice Krispie treats that have those bits of marshmallow. I, for one, would like to have everything melt down completely. But that's just me. Okay. So about a few more. There's only like a few stubborn ones that have not completely melted. But I'm just folding, mixing, making sure everything is fully melted. See, it's got that nice ribbon going on. Oh, I hope y'all can see that. But it's got a nice little ribbon stage. That's what some cooking shows call it, ribbon stage or breading. Once your sauce or whatever is doing that, it's pretty much done. I'm just making sure there's no extra fluff in the terms of like a marshmallow that didn't melt properly, but it looks a-okay to me, folks. The marshmallow cream looks kind of brown though, because again, I used too high of a heat to melt the butter, so that's my bad. But hey, brown butter is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Brown butter is a thing. Okay. So, marshmallow cream has assembled. You take this off heat momentarily, and I will consult the recipe to see when to add the matcha. Although I kind of know you add it now with the marshmallow cream. There we go, yeah. So, according to Judy, we add the matcha powder in now over heat. And we want to make sure that, come on. Well, I'll just do this. Okay, there we go. So now, I'm making the matcha marshmallow fluff. Okay. Guys, some stubborn residue when it comes to fine powders like matcha. Woo, that matcha is very fragrant, very nice. I do see some flecks of matcha though, like I'm pretty sure not all of it incorporated, but that's fine. Let me put it back on simmer. Okay, so I bring y'all in to see the matcha mixed marshmallow fluff. It smells really good. It smells just like a matcha latte. Very, very good. Okay. So this is how it's looking, folks. Still got the ribbon-like consistency. This is on, this is on low heat. You don't want to melt the marshmallows too much, because then they'll burn to the saucepan. But it smells so good, y'all. Smells really, really good. Can't wait to try one. Okay. Alright, folks. So here we go. The 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats. Or not treats. The Rice Krispie cereal. And I'm just going to let this sit for a bit longer and get warmed up. Because as soon as you have the marshmallow fluff touch the Rice Krispies, you want to thoroughly mix them and incorporate it so that when I get the pan ready, then I can already start to fold it and mold it into the baking pan. So, alright. Okay, alright. So I'm putting the marshmallow fluff in, or the matcha marshmallow fluff. So, oops. I'm gonna add it in batches. So when it looks dry, I'll add some more. Uh-oh, y'all can't see. So here I would say to, okay, let me add some more. Here I would say to like maybe reinforce the cooking oil, or try to, you know, I need a bigger pot, but, and you know, I'm using what I have. But still, this is gonna get incorporated. So I'm just digging from the bottom up, working my way up. And as another little pro tip, I suppose, spray the bowl that you're going to mix the fluff with the Rice Krispies so that you won't get any stickage. Because already stuff is starting to stick. And just still incorporating it. I may get in there and use my hands, y'all. Because hands really gets in much crucial places. Okay. I'm going to start because there's like a layer that doesn't have any fluff in there, which is no good. Okay. See, we still got a whole bunch that don't have any, but that's okay. Still got some in the pan. And you really want to work quickly so that it doesn't set in the bowl, the mixing bowl. Gonna need, see, it's already congealing, forming that crispy treat on the spatula, which I kind of didn't want. That's okay. We're gonna make it work. Find yourself with some solidifying marshmallow fluff, just throw it right back on the burner. Uh-oh. Okay. So, I have a little bit of excess. of Krispie treats, my don't you dare escape. My cups were not level, so it's to be expected, but as long as we got enough to fill this pan, I'm alright with it. Ooh. Alright, so let's just form what we have in the pan. So, this step, folks, which you can't really see, I'm blocking you. This step, you want to use either your hand that's been sprayed with parchment paper, or the spatula that you've been using, or what else can you use? Hand, parchment paper, spatula. You want to press the Krispie treats into the pan. And then oh no, it's a little corner. I'm a little particular about how it's supposed to look. So I'm going to try to fill in this corner. Like, it's still warm, y'all. So if you feel as though the Krispie tree is looking a little pale in the area, fix it right on up. Still got some residue matcha marshmallow fluff, so that's what I'm gonna do. Recipe's truly not ruined until it's burnt or you give up. So don't give up. Boy, I can already tell y'all this is gonna be fun to clean up. Alright. Folks, if you want to preserve this, I believe it is good 6 weeks in the freezer, but it's best to be enjoyed like a couple days, 3 days after at the most, in an airtight container. Alright folks, so here we are. This is what the Rice Krispie or Matcha Rice Krispies are looking like. I managed to get most of the Rice Krispies out of the mixing bowl, and then look at all this fluff and residue crispy. So yeah, I'm gonna let this chill at room temperature. We'll be back and taste this for Monday Night Delight. So I'll see you folks in a short bit. Alrighty folks, and we're back. It is actually a little after 8, and the Krispie treats rather have cooled to room temperature. I was able to have dinner and like do a little bit of other stuff to pass the time in between. I'll bring y'all in for the close-up. Here we are. See some of the matcha glaze, or not glaze, y'all. The matcha cream. Got through a lot of these Krispie treats. So, really psyched. And then I actually took an end piece that had more crispy than matcha marshmallow fluff. So I was able to, somewhat salvage it, even though y'all can see the sediments of Rice Krispie on the plate. When I read that recipe again and I'm editing the video, I just realized that it calls for a 10.5 ounce bag of marshmallows or mini marshmallows. I think it's 10 ounces even if you're using regular marshmallows. Again, I could be wrong, but I will definitely correct myself in the video while I'm editing. This might be another video that unfortunately might take until midnight to fully upload and finish. But what I might end up doing is putting the video to public and then just editing the thumbnail for later so that y'all could just see the video and then I could just edit the thumbnail after the fact. Okay, so enough talking. I know. Here we go. Here's my rendition of the Rice Krispie matcha. Cheers. So with the tablespoon of matcha, I'll take another bite. It's very subtle. Like when you first bite into the Rice Krispie, it tastes like regular Rice Krispie. But as the treat permeates your mouth, in the long run, then you get the matcha flavoring. And it's not too strong, but Judy's recipe says you can use more or less than a tablespoon of matcha. So maybe if you want a more stronger flavor of matcha, then maybe try 1.5 tablespoons. And if you want a milder flavor, although I think the 1 tablespoon is good enough, in my opinion. I think she hit the nail on the head with just the 1 tablespoon. Because it is a nice balanced transition of sweet and then vegetal. But by no means is this like gross, like, you know, when I say vegetal, it's not like gross or anything. No, this is really good. And I'm glad I made these. So folks, let me hand my verdict in before I go to town on the rest of these Krispies. In the case of matcha Rice Krispies, courtesy of Judy from the Spruce Eats, out of good, okay, bad, I give this a good. It is good. The matcha, how it is, it's good enough for me. You know, despite my setbacks and flubs, like I didn't have a large enough mixing bowl, didn't use like the 1/2 ounce of mini marshmallows. I should have used that, and then I probably would have had enough to thoroughly coat the rest of the Krispies. But you know, a few Krispies on the plate ain't gonna end the world. Still tastes good. Makes for a lot of Krispies. So even if you just wanted to buy your own Rice Krispies and buy your own Rice Krispies and make your own treats, you know, it's much more economical, I believe, than buying the prepackaged Rice Krispie treats now. The ease of just buying the Rice Krispie treats, you're always going to have a good Rice Krispie treat. But I think the magic in this and cooking in general is that when you make something yourself, to me, it tastes like a whole load better. But I mean, I think I'm being biased, but these are really good though. Even with the like little flubs, this is still really good. So I would encourage y'all to try it. Try making these. It didn't come out as picturesque as Judy's did, but they still look good and still taste good. So, folks, that's going to do it for this special episode of Monday Night Delights for the month of Matcha. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk? You want to rib me a little? I'm messing up the cooking part. Go right for it. It's all good. Hey, I'm still a cook in training, so it is what it is. I will see you all tomorrow for Tuesdays with a Tea, and we're doing it in the month of matcha, so it's going to be a matcha drink. But still, I want y'all to tune in and see what I got in store for tomorrow. All right, y'all. Well, I got to finish dessert, so I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Take it easy. Make it a great day today and every day. And until then, bye now.